What's the star for? Sheriff? Are you the sheriff? You're the sheriff? What is sheriff, bro?
One of the kids, I don't know where he got the stars from, but he revealed 3 stars at one point and said that he was going to gift them to the leaders that he liked. So he basically took on the leadership role himself. Absolute legend of a kid.
Bro.
Yeah.
That means he's the authority.
Yes, exactly.
And you were one of the stars.
Yes, I was one of the lucky ones.
Who are the other 2?
Just 2. Like there's like 6 or 7 leaders, and he decided that I was one of the ones that he liked. So I get the star. He's like, "You're doing a good job." He's hilarious, this kid. It's brilliant.
But the other leaders did not get a star. It was just...
Not all of them, no. But then he only had a limited amount to give out. You can't just hand out sheriff's badges willy-nilly.
Then they lose their value.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you want that to be respected.
Which is a rarity, yeah. It was interesting because also today, everybody's in a specific colour team for a reason, like so that we can track people, so that we can all feel like we're part of a core group. And they're encouraging people to kind of fly the flag for their colour, a bit like the World Cup, really. But also, there's no booing the other team. So we can be proud orange team, but also we're not supposed to be like, yo, dark blue sucks. Mm-hmm. So today we started doing some trades with other teams to build allies amongst the squad. But I don't know if that was a very good idea, actually, because then kids were running from one side of the auditorium to the other, coming up with different coloured bands, trying to do trades with pencils, like whatever they could find. It's funny.
How many kids are there?
And we were saying trader, and one of the kids misheard it as traitor, and then obviously that erupted at some point as well. Trader. I'm like, no, trader with a D. It's funny, man. It's so funny.
So this is day 2 of?
Day 2, yeah.
Of how many days?
3. Tomorrow's the last day.
Last day?
Yeah. Honestly, it goes by like that as well. It's so quick. We're there at 7. It kicks off at 9, and then finishes at 12. Parents come and pick their kids up. First time I've ever done a summer camp as well. But very, very fun. We're able to really embody the kids' energy, like more than you would in a normal kids class. Because in a normal kids class, you kind of like keeping everybody, like, pay attention to this. But in this one, it's encouraged that we go wild with them at certain points because they want to make it really fun. Like there's a message to it, but then there's a lot of games and stuff that comes with it. Which is my absolute, it's my zone.
Bro, you love that,
dude, my zone.
It's like you're back home.
Yeah, it is. Did you ever go to camp when you were younger? Did you go to a camp of any sort? Kids camp?
No.
Were you in like, see, we had Boys Brigade, I had Scouts as well when I was younger. Did you not do anything like that? It was just football.
There was kids that did it. The Kenna kids didn't really do it. Like the foreigner kids, they rarely did that.
Didn't your mum put you forward for something like that though? She would, to like...
Kids camp? No, the only camp I remember doing was soccer camps. I would do some soccer camps here and there.
Yeah.
But very focused on soccer. Like
the thing with that though is that if you're good at it, you're automatically kind of upgraded to one of the kids that other kids are looking up to.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of flat, a neutral position in this kind of a...
Exactly, it's very different.
Which is really good. There's no like one kid that's better than the other kids. So everybody feels like they got a bit of a shot.
But some are naturally more alpha than other kids, right?
For sure, yes.
That's interesting too.
Some of the kids in this as well, like their parents are pastors or they're in there as well. And you can see that they're kind of running it a little bit more than the other ones. Which again is like challenging for us as the leaders to kind of pull them in while keeping their trust and not making them feel like we're singling them out. But some of them are, they take a flag and then they'll run off to other areas, and we're like trying to pull them back, and they keep trying to do stuff, like feet on the seats, and you're like, keep that down.
How old are they?
8.
Wow.
It's like they don't listen, or they listen and then they forget, or their attention goes to something else, and they're constantly finding stuff to fiddle with. Their energy levels are very, very high, and their attention span is very short. So it doesn't take much for them to be bored of what's happening. You're something on stage, you have to keep reminding them, hey guys, pay attention.
So what is it like? What is the program like? What do you guys do?
It starts off with them talking on stage, like a couple of the main sort of leaders chatting on stage, and then they go into like a period of worship, maybe 3 songs. Then they do games, get them hyped up, energized, then they sit them down. There's like a longer sort of story section where they do some Bible verses or like tell a story from the Bible and then what the meaning of that is. But they're constantly trying to involve them at the same time. But bear in mind, there's 500 children in one auditorium. There's a lot of kids to keep engaged in one particular direction. So it's good that they've got lights and music and sounds, but they also need a lot of people to help.
How many adults?
80 maybe?
80.
Something like that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So are you supervising a specific group of people, of kids?
I'm supervising the 8-year-old boys.
Boys. That's how many? How
But
many?
then there's more than just the group that I'm looking after. But the age range is from 6, I think, to 11 maybe.
Okay.
And there's also youth helpers as well, which is really cool because the kids, again, like it's the same with anything, right? You know, you relate to people that are able to kind of talk your language or look a bit more similar to you.
Yeah, for sure.
So the younger kids can kind of reason with them a little bit more and they're kind of having a bit more fun. And then the older you get, the more kind of you're the one that has to kind of make sure that they're doing as they're told.
Yeah, there's kind of like a transition. And they kind of look up to the younger ones because they're cool. But then when you're too old, you're like absolutely not cool.
Yes.
For me, that was always my cousin, Shahab.
You always look up to him as...
Always, bro.
Yeah.
He was like, how much older is he? He's probably 7 years older. And he was really the only cousin that I grew up with in Germany. We have a very small family in Germany. Unlike most Iranian or Middle Eastern families, we're very small. So he was the only one that was somewhat in my age range and family. And I have no siblings. So everything that he would...
I forget all the time that you're an only child.
Yeah, bro, no siblings. And so the one that I was always relate to was him. Like I wanted to do what he does. I wanted to go to his house. If he played something, I wanted to play with him. Whenever I had issues or I get into like, when I was a little bit older, like 12, 13, 14, and when I would get into some type of fight or so in school, I would call him. He would be the protector. And
how much older is he than you?
He's maybe 5, 6 years older than me.
Sure.
But bro, he was like, even when I was born, I have pictures with him. So he looked at me as a baby, and for him it was kind of the same feeling, I think. He would tell his friends very funny things because he was a kid when I was born. And my parents still tell me, we laugh about this. He told his friends like, hey, my uncle and my aunt, they found a baby and he has balls this big.
That's what he's telling his mates?
Yeah.
Did you have really big balls or something?
Yeah. Yeah, specifically for the size of the body, bro. And so he's
that's definitely, you carried that attitude with you too.
Yeah. It was imprinted there. Yeah, so this is the only thing. So I understand that. It's like, he was always cool, but my parents and the ones that were older were obviously not cool. You know?
What was cool about him though? Was it the way he carried himself? Was it the...
It was honestly, he was young. That was what
he was young.
Was childlike. So when I'm thinking of you, I think they probably relate much more to you than a strict adult. Also, you don't have kids. You're kind of like them in a bigger body. You're literally like a kid. Like I've hung out with you.
Yeah.
You do stuff that 5, 6, 7-year-olds do. And put a pencil up your nose and stuff, bro. Yeah. Like you find very few 44, 45-year-olds that put pencil up their noses. I haven't met any.
But you do that at 15. Like, at what age do you just decide I can't do that anymore?
Don't know.
Too old.
Most people just don't do it. That's why I'm saying you're a rare.
I like to make people laugh. I like to be silly.
That's just funny, and I think that's why they kind of like, you're probably the cool guy. That's why you got a sheriff's badge.
Yeah, rusty sheriff.
Let's go, bro.
I should just maybe I should put a pen up my nose tomorrow.
Oh man, you'll.
No, I don't want to, because otherwise, this is also the thing. You realise that you're modelling the behaviour that they think is acceptable. So if I start doing that, then some of these other kids are going to start putting pencils up their
shoving
nose.
it in others' noses.
Bro, one of the kids in there, there's like some downtime where we're in the classroom and then, you know, there's maybe 10, 15 minutes before their parents come pick them up. One of the kids comes over and it was like showing tricks. So one of the leaders was showing them how to do the pen, like you spin the pen on your finger and you catch it. Mm-hmm. You know, you've seen that people do that. Mm-hmm. So 3 or 4 kids are all lined up like, wow, like how cool, he's got this skill or this talent that he's learned that he can do this. So one of the kids comes running up and goes, and breathes and like some vapor comes out of his mouth. and everyone went nuts.
No
mate.
way.
They were
He
like,
one upped him.
"Yo." Yeah, he won. He came in. He won up.
Bro,
with breathing dragon.
he's like, not on my clock.
Bro, this kid was crazy, and everyone was then just like, this guy with the pen's rubbish, man. Look at this kid. He breathes fire.
Bro, that's like when
Every single kid in there now is doing that.
it's like when the guy is fight for a girl and he has a nice Mercedes and the guy with the Lambo shows up.
That's exactly
Poor
what
guy.
it is.
He got violated. Social comparison
One up,
goes
bro.
hard,
One
bro.
upped.
One up. That's so funny.
It makes me laugh. These parents must be like, their kids come home and they're all going and trying to breathe.
How did he do that,
Vapor.
bro?
It's something to do with heating up the
What a legend.
breath in your mouth. He learned it off his. I said to him today, I called him over. I said, "Where did you learn this from?" And he said, "I went to Colombia, and I was with my cousin, and he learned it off of YouTube." And I was like, "Okay, so what are you doing then?" He's like, "Oh, you click the top of your mouth like that, but with your mouth closed, and you do that, and you do that, and you're basically heating up the air in your mouth, and then you like, I don't know, create it into your cheeks, warm up the air, and then when you open your mouth, assuming you're in a slightly colder environment, and he said it also helps if you're wearing like a shirt and some jeans or something that warms up your body.
Bro,
When you go like that and open up your mouth, it comes out as cool vapor.
phenomenal. He dedicated a lot of effort to this, bro.
Bro,
Even
a lot
clothing.
of effort. This
Let's
is his
go,
skill
man.
set. He's going to be showing girls
Bro,
this.
he's gonna go home and sleep like this in the bed.
Yo, exactly. Because every single kid in there is also gathering around him trying to learn the technique. Meanwhile, the leaders are trying to like get the kids to do certain things, and they're more interested in being able to blow smoke. I'm like, dude, and then one of the leaders is doing it too. He's like joined in with them. He's like trying to do it without clicking the top of his mouth. And I'm just like, bro, you're teaching these kids how to vape with no vape. That's kind of lit.
That's funny.
Crazy.
Dude.
It's like when you learn a new skill at football. You know, mate, did you ever learn the
Yeah,
elastic?
but-
You
oh,
learn that,
of
and then you've got
course,
to show
bro.
your mates. As soon as you get to
One-
football, the
For
first
me,
thing
it
you
was
gotta
showing
do.
my mates, and then I would look for the moment in the game to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Moment doesn't show up, but you kind of find some moment,
You'll
and
find it.
typically you
You
lose
try
the
and
ball.
pull it off.
Yeah, because it's a trick that works when you're at home alone. But in a soccer game,
Yeah.
when people come left, right, front, and center, and you're running with the ball, it's unlikely that it works. But you just have to do it.
You got to try it.
You have to do it.
That's why imagine when you see people doing it, like Ronaldinho at his level, doing that kind of thing in a game at that level.
Yeah.
Against those sorts of players, and doing it, and it goes through their legs, like the feeling that you must have, invincible.
That's why the streets will never forget players like Ronaldinho.
The streets will never forget.
Never
Big Ronnie.
forget. Yeah.
Oh mate,
Dude, it was just, Zidane was another one of those.
yeah, he was just silly level
Yeah,
of
bro,
technique.
like silky street style.
Yeah,
People falling down, twisting their legs, bro. It's just crazy what they do, huh?
yo, so good.
So how do you, now that you're with all the kids, do you kind of look forward to having kids more?
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's like you can't wait now, huh?
It's one of the first things I said to myself, I guess, when I first went there was, I'm training myself for practice for when I have kids. And I need to get myself in that kind of frame of mind to be able to be good with kids, to have more patience, to know when is too much. Because otherwise, I'll knock the back doors off of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's ace, man. All the people that are there as well, all the other adults, the stuff that we're learning with each other. Like I had a little chance to chat to one of the team leaders this morning as well, and he told me some stuff about what he's going through in his life, and we offered each other kind of some like feedback on what's helped us. And it's nice to even know that I feel like I'm reparenting parts of myself even in this process with the kids. Plus you're noticing things in the way that they interact with each other. Dude, one of the young kids, it was so, you overhear things and you're just like, oh, it's that simple. It's that simple, man. You know, they've come to camp, no one knows each other at this point on day one. Some of the kids maybe you know each other from previous years, but most of them are like new, and you see them kind of, we have to set them up. They do bingo cards to get to know each other. So they're asking each other questions. What's your favorite ice cream? You know, what can you do a whistle sound? Like all these like baseline questions, but it's super cute to see them asking them to each other. And then they get excited, and eventually I just heard one of them go, "Would you like to be my friend?" And I was like, dude, that's the cutest thing of all time. Just the innocence of it, asking.
Yeah.
Just genuinely, I'm enjoying your company. It's nice to get to know somebody who has a few things that I like. They're just enjoying each other. Can I be your friend?
I love that.
Would you like to be friends, he said. I was just like, that's crazy. I can't even do that with a girl that I fancy. You can't even go up and just be like, should we get to know each other?
Remember I don't know how it was in England, but in Germany, when you were in like, I don't know, grade 5, 6, 7, whatever. Hey, do you want to go out with me? Yes? No, you would literally write it with boxes.
With a little box for the tick.
Box.
I'd put yes.
And you would pass it
double
on,
yes.
like, hey, give it to her. And it would go.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's the old school text message.
Yeah, that's old school.
Yeah.
So it was that simple. Yes, no.
But
and,
wouldn't you just have a
and
yes?
if she said yes, it was done.
And an absolutely. You don't give her the option to. Yes, and when.
In German is willst du mit mir gehen? Willst du mit mir gehen means do you want to walk with me? If you translate it literally. Willst du mit mir gehen?
Is that what you'd say?
Yeah. Yeah, as a kid, like, willst du mit mir gehen? You want to go?
Dude.
You want to go with me? You want to walk with me?
That's so cute. Mm-hmm. I think I even told you this before, but I think when my mum and dad first met each other at a party, my mum, I don't know who said what to who. I know my dad said to my mum, would you like to come out and see the moon with me? Which I think is a banging
amazing.
opener.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get a no from a woman from that. The moon's kind of a feminine thing. It almost feels like sun is a kind of a masculine energy. Am I bullshitting there, or would you agree with that? Moon feels very kind of feminine.
I would agree.
But that's a great line. My mum apparently wanted to like run her fingers through my dad's hair because he just had a load of blonde hair. But that was the opening line. It's that simple, man. I feel like most of the time when I talk to someone I like, I'm thinking either too far ahead or I'm lost for words. Whereas I need to kind of just get comfortable with saying whatever. Like instead of trying to think about a cool line or something that's gonna have some swagger to it, it just needs to be like, what's your favorite ice cream? It needs to be simple like that.
I feel like you do that though.
I don't know. It depends if I'm in a really good mood. If I'm in a really good mood.
From the text messages you showed me, it's kind of like that.
Yeah, I suppose it is always a little bit.
Yeah.
Always a little bit playful.
Yeah. You're also gonna seed out the girls that are not aligned with this playfulness.
Yeah.
The ones like,
and
oh,
exactly.
that's awkward.
I don't
want
want someone who's not playful.
Yeah.
Like you say, how you are with Alex. That's absolutely, definitely what I want. And I see it with Chaz and Nat as well. How they are like. They married each other. That's their best mates. They're best mates.
It's the best, man.
And then you just go on adventures and giggle together. Like what an amazing situation that is.
For sure.
How would you want to be with anyone else than that?
You can't, bro. That's why it's like I don't really want to do much other than do my work that I love, be with her, and go to the gym and
Yeah, dude. Like what a life.
be with you guys. Like the trip, those are rare now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I enjoy the fact that it's set up like this, and I don't talk and communicate and go out with all these different people. It's kind of
Simple life.
seriously simple. But it wasn't always like this, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, you could not hold me in on a Friday night. I was a horse, bro. I would pull whoever didn't want to come. Bro, you coming? We'll pick you up. Here's vodka. It's like I would be the one just taking everyone out. Gee, let's go. Bro, we went out 2 nights in a row. I said, no, bro.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
We'll have just 2 drinks. We leave at 1 a.m. We'll leave at 2.
Yeah. The big convince. Just 2.
Just 2.
Dude, we'll be done at this time.
So different. But either I didn't have a relationship back then, or I was in a relationship where I actually didn't want to be around them so much.
Yeah.
It was more like finding an escape.
Yeah. I know exactly that feeling.
Yeah. That's not the type of relationship, I think, especially if you think about being with them forever. You want to be with someone where you just want to spend time with that person most of the time. And everything else is an add-on to that. Like me seeing my friends, I love that. Us having this, love that. But those are add-ons, it's not escapes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, oh man, Mark, I can't wait. Like, I want to get out. Like, let's do something. No. If you do something, it's cool. Then it's cool to go home again. You know?
Yeah, 100%. Then the natural state is like over communication, and I mean that in the best possible way. Like you were excited to get back to tell her what was going on.
For sure.
Like if something happens to her today, she just can't wait to tell you about it.
Absolutely. It's
literally that.
It is. And if it's at night after work, sometimes I'm tired. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Babe, can you tell me tomorrow morning?
she's high energy, you know, at like 1 a.m. All right, cool. All right. But yeah, it's like,
I want to be excited with you, but I'm so tired.
I'm winding down, yeah. Yeah, bro.
That's when you just see abundance in the future. Like your state is inviting in more of everything with that person. Like you'll be planning future adventures together, thinking of scenarios together. What a beautiful position that is. That's like summer camp, but the one that never ends.
Yes. Literally, man. Time just flies.
Right.
And then if you have a kid on top of that, bro, it's like, what else do you want? And the friends that I have that are in really good relationships, when we go on vacation together with the boys, bro, they're like, after 2 days, they're good. They want to go back home to their wife and the kids. Because
you can't get head tickles from the boys.
Can't get head tickles.
Well, yeah, so you're not saying that you don't like head tickles with the boys? Or are you saying you just don't like head tickles with the boys in public?
I never said that. I'm okay with head tickles of boys in public.
Here's how to handle that objection.
Tickle. Thank you.
Do whammies.
Yeah, man. It's crazy though, the difference from, for me, 4 or 5 years ago to now, I'm so much more simple and isolated to how I was. I was ultra connected, bro. Like phone ringing, boom, 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 10 text messages every 5 minutes, different people. And I wanted that too. I was like, yeah, I want to be like connected to everyone and I want to have stuff going on. Dude, and now it's like, I'm happy if I look at my phone and there is nothing. Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's like peace, isn't it? It's that peace.
Yes, is that peace.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's very, very interesting. But also I always wanted to be popular, and I always thought that if I'm connected to a lot of people, it's also, I have this identity of the connected one, the popular, guy, the social guy type of thing. I always wanted that too because I was shy as a kid. I told you that. And the first time I actually got a little bit better with connection and being social was when I moved to Vegas for my master's and I hung out with Gaurav, my Indian friend. He was always the ultra connected guy. So when I met him the first time, it was a mixer from UNLV Department of Business. I didn't know him before. So I showed up there with another student. I was an international student my first year. And I saw this guy and like a circle of people around him. It's an Indian guy. I'm like, oh, who's that? You know? I'm like, who's that? So I start talking to him and he was this guy, dude, very charismatic. His voice, the way he spoke, very animated. People listened to him, really liked him. He made connections super easy. Doors open up for him. I'm like, I want that. So I worked on making that my identity. I literally adopted the way he was speaking back then.
Which
same.
was what?
It was like.
What would he be?
It's like, oh, really, bro? No way. So it was kind of like that, but I didn't speak like that. I literally just copy pasted. I observed him very closely and I copy pasted and it worked super well. And I kind of morphed into that, but it wasn't really my personality. My personality is actually more calm.
Yes.
I have moments of pockets where I'm just silly and goofy. And other than that, actually, as a kid, when you see how I was with 3, 4, I was very calm, mellow. So now when I look at my videos of how I was in 4 or 5, now I'm more like I was then, my actual personality. But that in between was, I was just this, I wanted to be this animated persona, and it really worked. I met a lot of girls, met a lot of friends, I was good with people, but there's only so much you can keep that up, and there's a part of you that doesn't really feel 100% comfortable. And yeah, it was that, and that's why I was like connected with text messages, like, cool, yeah, I'm getting things. This guy wants to hang out with me. This guy wants to hang out with me. I have plans here, plans here. It made me feel like important. And now it's the complete opposite, man. My phone right now. Okay, this is, yes, only one spam call. I get a lot of spam calls. Bro, my phone number got cooked. I get all these spam calls all day. That's all I'm getting.
You have to report it.
Yeah.
It's probably something you can do to get rid of it. It's on some website somewhere.
Yes. somehow my phone number got to people. Identity chase is what it was, like identity chase. I wanted to be the popular one.
Yeah, I've definitely been that way before as well. I guess and I may even still have that tendency, just the feeling of wanting to have some attention on you and people asking you or inviting you places. It's nice to have that feeling. Like I got invited to like a Win nightclub thing in a couple of weeks time, which honestly feels nice. It feels nice to be invited to top 50 somethings in the industry. Obviously, I know the reasonings behind it. You know,
What is it?
They probably want promotion. They want me to post a flyer. They put a name on a flyer, basically. They want to invite
Is it
people
the
there.
Timothy Hancock thing?
It's not Hancock, no.
Okay.
No,
Is it, they have a top 50, that's why I asked.
Yeah, no, it's not to do with Deluxe Magazine. It's a friend of mine who's a host there.
Okay.
And I guess they want to get people in the club, and they want people within the city that maybe have some form of influence, or people looking at what they're doing, to bring people in.
Sick.
So they put their name on a flyer and introduce you and bring you into the club, and it feels good to be one of the people that was picked for that. It's like being picked for the team.
Yes.
And I wasn't someone who was picked first in football teams. I was picked in the first region, but I wasn't the best player. I was just a big fella.
Yeah.
But it feels nice to be included in that. Like,
For sure. It's, yeah, I can relate to that. For me, I was the first pick in some areas of life and the last pick in other areas. I was first pick when it came to soccer, and I was like last pick when it came to girls in my younger age. Same with, I would say, I did have a lot of friends, but I didn't have a lot of female relationships. I couldn't talk to girls. And so that, I think some of that, like being the popular kid, stemmed from that. I always felt like I was not seen in the group of guys. There was a couple of guys, mostly, who else? There was a couple of guys that were just, they bloomed very early. They were popular, they were the leaders, they had the girls, all of that, you know? And I was just shy. So when I saw like Gaurav doing this, it was like this thing, man. Like, oh man, this is how you need to be. You need to be like that. And it helped, bro. That was like a very important thing for me to actually feel that, because otherwise I would have never felt being like that. It actually worked. I went through that phase, did all of those things, and then I felt like, cool. That was not really me. It was identity. Don't hide behind all these identities. Sure, there's part of that you still carry with you.
Yeah.
This
is another one of the things that I'm learning right now as well, or I guess is becoming even more apparent to me is, and I'm definitely someone who doesn't care about being silly or being myself, but a lot of what I do is to be cool, or like to feel cool. It's nice.
Really?
It's nice to feel cool.
Really?
Yeah, like think about the way we dress. Fashion, makes you feel cool.
I mean, you look.
I don't look cool now.
You look cool, bro.
I look
no,
ridiculous
no.
right now.
No, you're like.
Dude, he's shutting up. That's not what I'm saying.
You're next level right now, bro.
Fashions, photo shoots, Instagram, all of that kind of stuff. Like you want to look good, feel good. They kind of go together.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I thought to myself the other day? It was quite funny because obviously I'm a single at 43. I'm like, wow, I wonder if I've been in like some kind of elaborate, performative peacock mating ritual thing since my breakup with Mia. Since then, when I didn't need to be in any particular way in the way I present myself, I wonder since then, as a human, this was just an observation I had, like, have I been doing this for like, have I been like, appearing to be in like a peacock mating kind of style?
What do you think? What was your answer?
I think I probably have, yeah, without really doing it on purpose. It's not like but I've read books and stuff on the game, so that's clearly in the back of my head somewhere. And then as I thought about it, I'm like, oh, I wonder if since that breakup, I've kind of cranked up my natural show off mode a bit more to let people know, hey, I'm single, I'm available.
And you think like the silliness and stuff would be part of
Yeah.
Just to be seen a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's performative to some degree to say, you know, this is who I am. I basically doubled down even more on these are all the parts of who I am. And I don't care that it comes across as random. I was talking to Chebbs about this, and he was like, You know, I think either Chaz said it or someone else said you're kind of random, and I'm like, yeah, I am. I just am whatever I feel like. So that can appear to other people like I don't have like a clear pattern of who I am, because I'm 1 minute I'm making noises, the next I'm saying something kind of serious, the next minute I'm creating something, next minute I'm doing drawings.
Well,
I'm like a autistic kid.
in order to become like children, in order to enter the kingdom of heaven, you have to become like children. It's kind of that, because children are like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Their attention is grabbed very quickly by different things. So
I don't even know if it's my attention that's getting grabbed by something else,
or
though.
interest.
Whether I'm just enjoying the spectrum, for want of a better word, of different feelings and emotions that I have, and my way of sharing that is letting them all out, which explains why I do what I do, like create a DJ, music production. I just let it all out in its variety.
Yeah, and it's never done. As a creative person, it's never like the product
No,
is
it's
finished.
just pretty done. It's never done, it's just pretty done. That's the producer I'm working with at the moment.
Well, it's also always the next thing. Even if you're done with this, the entire thing is never done.
Mm-hmm.
There's a next thing and a next thing and next thing, right? I feel like that's a very common theme amongst creative people that I observe, and you're one of them. It's like, what's next? What's next? Like, I hung out with you. Bro, I saw you. Like, you don't really like to sit still. You like to do things. Let's go. You have anime. You have a lot of energy. You were even cleaning the counter when we were at the Airbnb in LA, and I was observing that. You don't see guys doing that when they're with guys, but you're always in the move.
Yeah.
You're always on the next, and you like to be productive on top of your creativity. You have this thing of ticking of things, right?
Very good observation.
Yeah, because I see that with you a lot, and it's this and it's this and it's that.
Also, 6 coffees or 7 coffees. Bro,
You start at 5,
I'm
6
vibed.
Yeah, bro, you are.
I'm doing 4 of them with Fia in the morning. We're chatting.
You must be ultra productive, bro. If I see the things you take off from morning to evening, that's what people do in a week or maybe a month, probably.
Yeah, maybe sometimes I am, but then I think maybe other times I'm splitting my attention between too many things, and it would behoove me. Is that the right use of the word? To cut out more distractions. I'm listening to Stephen King at the moment. He's written a book on writing.
You told me about it.
It's absolutely superb.
You said Hormozy recommended.
Hormozy recommended it, but I now remember that my original life coach, Jesse, had suggested this as well. And now listening to it and applying what he's talking about in terms of writing to all areas is just, it's really smart. And a lot of it is really cutting down the distractions. It's placing yourself in the position to do the work. It's also, you have to make sure that what you're doing, you're enjoying it, but it's taking a lot of the distractions out of the way. And like for example, my phone is a terrible distraction for me because there's so much on there that I can do. And as a creative person, I'm inspired by a lot of the things on there. I can make a lot of creations on just that device. But I need to put that away to concentrate on something here, or to draw something here, or even, you know, whatever the one task is. And Stephen King is talking about weaning people off of the ephemeral television in order that they can write, that they can find the time and peace and space.
Every time period had their own issues, yeah.
Exactly. There's no difference. There's always been something to be more like, for us to get zombied by.
Yeah, it's just, only thing I feel like with technology, it's an accelerating factor to that distraction. It's just more and more easily available. Because for the TV, you had to actually be at home and sit down. Now, the TV is the phone, and the phone is always with you. It doesn't matter where you are. The distractions are crazy with the phone.
Yeah.
That's my thing too with the phone. Literally the same thing. It's like soccer. A lot of it is soccer for me. Reading comments on Barcelona.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like I was updated to see the latest comment.
Yeah. If you've noticed my cleaning thing, now imagine what I'm like with notifications on my phone. Everything has got to be completed. So every day I go on my Duolingo. I also have to do the vocabulary app. I also have to do the motivation app. So I've got a clock there, tick those off in my head that I've read them, because I also feel like it's good for me. Not specifically the phone, but going onto the vocabulary app, refresh my memory or learn a new word. Oh, cool, that's interesting. And in my head, then I tick that bit off. Duolingo, I'm learning a language. That's important to me. No. Can I speak it properly yet? No. Am I 900 and something days in? Yes. It's getting there though, and it's again a part of the practice of something. I just have to be more aware when I'm picking it up for no apparent reason. Just scrolling, you know, just refreshing. Me and one of my friends would call it refreshing.
It is
Like
refreshing,
we're refreshing you know, you swipe down to see if there's another new notification.
It's like going on a slot machine.
It's a slot machine.
It's like, what's new? There's this one story.
Ding, ding, ding.
This one story I've been missing. Oh no, it's the next one. It's the next one. There's something here to find. It's like this.
That's the next mentality when it goes a bit awry.
Very, very true. Yeah, at some point you specifically made the decision that learning a language is good for you. You committed to that. And so now you're completing it. And then the line blurs between that and the distractions that are not part of that. The bigger problem is also that the thing that actually you decided on wanting to do because it's good for you, the language, is happening on the same platform or right next to the distraction.
Yes, that's it. Right next to the distraction is the...
It's right next.
It's the thing.
Yeah, because it's not like you go into a drive with a car, you go into a room in which you meet with a teacher, you sit down with them for an hour and you come out of it. No, it's the same thing that teaches you is also the same thing that distracts you.
Yeah.
It's a one swipe away.
Yes. And while I'm on it, you better believe that other notifications are coming in, and then my attention goes, oh, hang on a minute, I better go down that tangent. I'm just tangenting myself into different areas.
But you're also, like, to be fair with you, you're also very productive in the things that are good for you. You're doing that too. Like, I've seen you. It's not like you're only doing bullshit and doing fashion shopping and reels. You'll do that stuff also, but you also do the good stuff. And maybe that's kind of just, I guess, what comes with it, as long as you can contain it. Nothing wrong with a little bit of that, right? It's a little bit of entertainment here and there.
No, but I've caught myself saying to other friends recently that if I was my own parent, I would tell myself to get off my phone more often.
I would tell you the same thing, because when we were in the car in LA, I observed that too. But you were a bystander. If you'd be driving and I would sit next to you, no, I wouldn't be as much on the phone as you, I'll be honest with you. I'd be a little bit on the phone, but you were on the phone. So I was like, okay, you always have to do, like, you were always doing texting something or watching something, then you would put the phone away and talk to us. It's this thing for you. It's like, let's keep going. What's next? Oh, there's this.
You know, another thing of that is I notice it is when an idea comes to me or when something comes to me, I like to tackle it immediately.
Act upon it. Yep.
Yeah, and I feel like I either feel like I'm going to forget it if I don't do it straight away,
right?
Or yeah, I've got that thing.
Bro,
do you know what? This is interesting. This is part of the what's the word of it? The Buddhist thing when it means craving. Tana, is that what it is? There's three types of them. There's non-existence, existence, and something else. I'm in the trying to keep adding to myself. Like, it's almost a bit like seeking, which is your name, isn't it?
Yes, my name is seeking.
There's a craving for non-existence. I think it's called Tana.
You're not talking about Satchitananda, are you?
No. I'm talking about a Buddhist thing called Tana, which is craving or desire. It's more readily translated as craving.
Okay.
The three types are craving for things, like I crave that. There's the craving for existence, which is the craving for seeking to better yourself, to feel like you are not enough in that moment, to keep adding to. And then there's the craving for non-existence, to damage ourselves, to self-sabotage, to X, Y, Z, whatever that is. Those three things. And I was like, that's interesting. I'm definitely doing some of those at the moment. I notice some of those patterns in myself. Got to be careful on that. Because we have to be, we have to accept that the present moment is the ripping moment, and here we are to observe it. Yes.
The thing is also, when you get a thought and you act upon it, you irreversibly change the trajectory of the present moment.
Yeah. So should I question my thought in the moment of, like, is this really what I want? Before I act on it?
You know, I get a lot of these moments too, where, let's say I'm at home or I'm having a conversation even with you or with Alex or with my family, and there's a thought coming in.
It's like a meditative thing.
Well, a thought comes in, and typically I'm like thinking, okay, typically I would interrupt and speak about it. So, and no one would think anything bad of it. But what I'm doing in that moment is I'm disrupting the existing flow of,
Yes.
let's say, someone communicating something with you, and I'm replacing it with a parallel or like a opposed trajectory, wherever that's going. If you think about Parallel Universes of Self, the book by Dodson, I feel like you've branched out of this and now you're here. But that's irreversible. Like that thing that would have been if you would have just let it is now being skipped and it's been tweaked and it's going a different way. So there's a high level of responsibility with, I think, every dent that you make into the present moment, because you're irreversibly taking it into something else. And I feel like a lot of times we get stuck in that because we do that and then the next thought comes in 3 seconds later and then you take it back again, take it somewhere else again. And I've come to kind of just sit with that and not act. Like, don't act upon it. Like removing what I want to do in this moment from that situation, letting that flow, letting it almost come to a natural end. Every situation almost has an arc, bro. I don't know if you've observed that. Even our conversations when we sit here, they start and then you reach kind of like a peak of a conversation, and at some point it dies its natural death. The conversation has been spoken, it's done. And it's kind of the same with a thought. Even if you speak with someone, there's then the moment where the transition happens more naturally rather than abruptly. So I'm trying to get to that point to make it smoother rather than put a dent or like an abrupt ending and take it somewhere else. Because that's what we're doing if we act upon everything impulsively when we're in, like, let's say, in a dialogue. Yeah.
That it's the let me finish my thought, and a conversation really is an extended thought expressed.
Yes.
And then hopefully you get to a point where you're kind of, I mean, conversation when it's flowing is just, it's telepathy, I guess. Talking of telepathy, what's your favorite word?
My favorite
Your
word?
favorite word.
You want me to fill in the gap now, bro.
What is it? What is it?
It's not what you think.
Dude, just say it. Just say it.
You're insane, bro.
Oh, bro, I got something special for you.
You do?
Now, did I know he was going to say that? Yes. Mana Bruder, to celebrate your birthday.
Oh my God. Insane.
The boys and I wanted to get you a little gift for your birthday.
That's phenomenal. Thank you, bro. Let me show this. It says insane.
Insane.
Because this was probably, no, this one and quite were the two most used words on the trip.
For sure.
Is that fair to say?
That is fair to say, yeah. I don't know if you write that much, and I know I gave you a journal before, like a little one, but this is a kind of a special one.
It is.
I figured,
special.
yeah, it's
I like it, man.
proper leather, and I figured that maybe you could use it to just share things with yourself or with others, or between you and Alex, or whatever you like. Is that another little clip or something?
Shamrock.
Oh, sweet. Or maybe you can swap the thing on the front with it instead or something.
Bro, this is pretty cool, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. This is a cute gift.
I used to write diaries when I was younger, and then I watched Cruel Intentions, that movie that really kind of changed how I approach, I guess, like being a man. Although the guy in it is kind of a douche, but he had a journal, and I looked up to him in the movie. He would like write everything in his journal, like he would let out all of his feelings. The lesson in the church thing today is about letting out. Facing our fears requires identifying them.
Yes.
And the story of David and Goliath was all about that. We had to kind of express what our Goliath was, talk about what our fears were, and then we would put the stickers on the Goliath poster in the classroom. And I'm not saying you need to write your fears into here, but a part of coming to terms with things in our life is to let them out of ourselves, to take them from this point of the thought, to have the conversation, to sit with it, and to identify it. And then it doesn't seem as much of a task, doesn't seem so big. So I hope you get some benefit from that, and sharing your thoughts with the world, or even just with yourself. Keep it private, but Bruder.
I can see me using this for acting training too.
Yes, bro.
To flesh out a character.
Yeah, put it in there. Maybe that's part of what you develop.
Yeah.
So you can really fit into the character. Maybe you can write something around how the character would act, or even write as if you're the character. That could be dope.
That's very dope. And you have to write as if you were the character. If you prepare for any
that's literally
you have
how
to say,
Stephen...
I am that.
Yeah.
I am doing this. Why am I thinking like this? You have to like get into that habit of doing that.
That's what Stephen King would do too. He would say that every time he's writing a story, he had to feel like if he took too much time off of writing it, he would feel like he was writing about characters. But when he was writing as them, it naturally came out, it flowed. He knew exactly what they would say in certain situations. He totally embodied them all. So when you're playing a particular part, to write as if you're that person will probably make you be really even more capable of delivering and embodying that personality.
Of that. Gracias.
Let's go.
Amigo.
What's the thing you need to film? You said you had a scene you needed to film.
This one was it was two things. One was for a Volkswagen commercial, and the other one was for Norwegian cruise ship, also commercial.
You look so Norwegian.
Don't I though? I'm like your Bruder. Eatsen? Puyesen?
Person, yes.
Kahaland?
No, you, dude. That's your new name.
Kahaland.
We've got to get you a chant for that.
Yeah, I was
What?
Yeah, this is what I was preparing for. But then also, I told you I'm taking the acting classes now, and there's different scenes that I'm currently picking to do. One is from Raging Bull. Have you seen? Raging Bull?
You mentioned that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Have you done that one yet?
I've read the scene, but I haven't acted it at all. It's
Okay.
more like getting into the role.
Is it one where he's cheated on? He's asking his
Yes, exactly. He's asking his brother if he cheated on his wife, with his wife, essentially. And it's the first part was kind of like understanding the I am of that role. Like, I come from this background, and I grew up being surrounded by the mafia. I worked my way to become a world champion, and all I learned was to use force in order to get what I want. So I'm using that with my wife. I'm using that in my relationship with my brother, who's also my agent. And I'm using kind of my strength and my world championship to cover a certain level of self-doubt. And so it's all of this I am is this exploration of the character, getting into it. So when you speak your line, you're not just speaking the line or acting the line, but you are the character. Yes, exactly. So it's that, and bro, it's so fun. It's so fun. Like you're playing a role, but you're morphing into that role, which is fascinating because we all are as persons a conglomeration of roles and identities. We are not one thing or the other. Depending on the circumstance, depending on who we're with, depending on if we're in private life or in professional life, we morph into these different roles, man. And we don't even know that we do that, but we do. So we're never just this one thing. And this is kind of just facing that fact about ourselves head on. We're morphing into this ultra aggressive role with self-doubt, which we all have, but we're masking it, or we just don't want to be that. We talk ourselves out of that. But now we're embracing that part of us. And in the next role, you're embracing that other part of yourself. And the other one, I feel like it could even be you facing the shadows that you are rejecting about yourself if you're doing this truthfully. That's the most fun part about it. The booking of the role is great stuff, but that part is kind of scary. Like you said, you guys talked about the things that you're most afraid of. A lot of that is, for me, accepting those parts. The parts that you think are not advanced enough in terms of personality. Should reject them.
Do you have a dream role and a nightmare role? Can you imagine what those two things are? Like, what would be the hardest thing for you to act? Or not, maybe not even hardest, but the most terrifying. And what's your ideal?
I think the most terrifying would be to play something like a serial killer. Because I think I would have to embrace parts of myself that I'm not even entertaining on my day-to-day. Because I don't want to identify with those parts. That level of anger, that level of hurt, that level of insecurity, that level of rage, that level of jealousy. We all have that, right? To some degree or another. But you have to fully give yourself to that part of yourself and make it even stronger. Like, make that the forefront of your identity and your behavior. And I think the reason that would be most terrifying for me is I would be afraid of whether some of that spills out into my actual life outside of work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying, yeah. I find it hard to believe that you would let some element of psychopath come out of you, though. Like, I feel like you'd be able to easily switch into and out of that role because you know it's acting.
Yes, but some actors actually get injured. Like Heath Ledger, there is this story that he became so much part of the Joker character. Not that that was the sole cause of his suicide, but that some of that, you give yourself so much to that role that you don't really know what's happening. You give yourself to that exploration.
Yeah, I guess it depends what else you're doing outside of the acting to develop the persona. Mm-hmm. Like, if he was going, I don't know what his situation was, but if he was going and allowing the traits of the Joker to play into his normal life as well, if he was unable to switch it off, then naturally that's gonna end up mucking your brain up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to switch that on and off to some level. But I think it's beyond the acting. The parts of ourselves that we're trying to reject are the parts that will always keep us back, because it's the acceptance of those parts of ourselves.
Bro, think about, is it Pacino? I think it's Pacino in the movie with Keanu Reeves when he plays the devil. Like, have you seen that movie?
I haven't, but I know that.
Bro, such an epic movie. But imagine being cast for that role and then going, okay, well, I'm going to embrace pure and sheer evil in its entirety, and then being able to actually deliver that role. Do you think Pacino was worried whether he would carry some of the devil with him?
No, I think Pacino was courageous when he took the role, because for you to do that, you have to accept that part of you that is capable of that.
Mm-hmm. Which is what Jordan Peterson talks about a lot.
Absolutely. This is the truth. That is really the truth. That part of you that is capable of being the worst possible that you can think of and the best possible that you can think of, and everything in between. Mm. And it's allowing yourself to become that for that specific time period in which you give yourself to that role. But that requires courage, because you have to give up your identity and the values that are dominating you in your day-to-day and replace them with that role. In order to really play that role, you become that. So that's courageous. And I think that's why I'm saying this is beyond acting. It's in life, it's the same thing. The more we reject that part of ourselves, the more it actually bothers us. The more it keeps us back.
Yeah. So it's almost like that's the challenge.
Yeah.
You have to know that you're fearful of that particular role or whatever, and be more open to actually embracing that type of a booking.
Yes, for sure. And that's kind of like, you know, when we were in the car, we had our argument on Eze and Bellingham and Kane, and you said not a reason to get all pissy about it. Like, if that in that moment, there's a part of me that wants to reject the part of me that can get pissy, right? Because I don't want to be that. I don't want to be pissy. But the very moment I reject that part, I don't want to be the pissy one, that thing stays with me and hinders me more. The moment I'm like accepting the fact that the part of me is pissy, that type of tension about it releases at least. And now take that with everything that you don't want to be in life and accept that it's part of you, rather than, oh no, I'm trying so hard to self-improve and overcome that part. that it's not there anymore. That's when you BS yourself, because it is there. You're just aware of it. That's a different thing than saying it's not there. That releases the tension about it. And so I think for these roles, the top level actors that play the roles so convincingly, they lose themselves in that role. They're not holding back. That's, I think, when it comes to acting, that's
it's like they're able to walk into the fire and not be concerned if they're going to get burned.
Walking into the fire, exactly. And accepting the fire, and accepting that fire is you.
Yeah.
And now let me actually not just accept that it's me, let me dial that up. That's the next step, bro.
Yeah. And with pure belief that you can, you know, when they say, okay, cut, you can just go back to normal. No, there's none of that carried over. You know you were acting.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Even though some of them stay in character because it makes it easier throughout the film. Like Austin, is it Austin Butler, the actor? The main guy now? When he played Elvis, apparently for a year, he was talking in the accent because
I can understand that for like trying to embody a character, talking an accent, having a walk when you're embodying something that, especially someone with like Elvis, or you know, someone who's so recognizable.
Yeah.
He wanted to make sure that his movements and his mannerisms were all the same. When it's an abstract thing like the devil, like that's just an interpretation of that. But he had to mimic him, so I could understand why he'd want to switch that on the whole time.
Also tells you how malleable we are as humans, bro.
Well, this is super interesting though. We are all influenced by, and to some degree mimicking, like you said with your cousin, things that we've seen, and then we like that, and we like what it looks like the result of that is. Oh, if I talk that way, that means that people will like me, I'll be able to communicate and people will come to me. Okay, so I'll mimic that then.
Yeah.
I definitely have seen that with myself. I notice it even more now with a lot of these kids. And it's very important again because I recognize the position I'm in that environment, and that they are looking to me for the guidance of how they should behave. So I have to model the way that I want them to be. And I want to be able to say to certain kids, like the one that I said that walks around with the flag sometimes, like he runs off. I want to kind of give him a responsibility, like let him know, I need your help today. I'm going to make you like a leader amongst us, like set like straight with him. So I can see that a lot of the kids looking to you because you're one of the older ones, and that comes with a lot of responsibility. I need you to be on my side. Like bring him into that role of responsibility to help. But also that makes his behavior a little bit better. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, it does. Yeah. Because you're putting him in a role of importance, in a role of where he has a certain level also of authority, where he's respected. You're signaling to him that you see him.
Yeah.
And it also probably puts him in a position where he wants to live up to that.
Yes.
For most kids. Where he doesn't want to disappoint the trust that has been placed upon him.
Yeah.
And it helps, I think, a lot of people in developing their character in general. When they're be pushed at work even into a role where they didn't even see themselves at, but the boss sees something in them and says, hey, I see you're good at that. I actually want you to lead in this area.
Yes, yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what, me? So you actually morph into that role because someone else saw something in you that you didn't even see.
Yeah.
That tells you how you can be anything depending upon how you view yourself. Even though you don't view yourself like that, someone else views yourself like that. You act that role out, and then you start viewing yourself like that. You adopt that identity. And I think a lot of the stuff that we're talking about is that you don't need anyone to tell you what you can do and who you can be before you actually are that and feel that. There is a part of you that chooses and decides that you can be that and that you are that. And then you come from that identity, and then the world around you will reflect that as long as you stay loyal to that.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's something that you just come to recognize within yourself. You hopefully at some point come to realize that there is a unlimited, untapped resource of potential within you that should you choose to, you can activate. And then the world's your oyster, to put the easy phrase to it. Like then it's like, well, what do you want to do with that? How can you impact other people with that? How do you choose to express that? And then put on God's armor and off you go.
What does your shirt says? When God says, go.
Go, giddy up. One of the things they got us saying. Mine a brooder. Absolutely thirsty today. I'm already going to miss camp after tomorrow. One of the kids looks like Lamine Yamal. Said his name the wrong way around. He's got the same little thing on the front of his hair. I said it to him and he was like, yeah, I know. He knows it. He's modelling it.
He loves it, yeah.
With great responsibility. What is it? What's the phrase? With great power comes great responsibility. Lamine is that for a lot of kids.
Oh, for sure.
A lot. They're all looking up to him. That's why a lot, like even the PR side of the training that football players get at a very young age of how to represent their team, how to talk about things on camera, like there's no private life for them. It's on show.
Crazy for an 18-year-old, man.
Yeah. Crazy. 18.
If you think about how you were at 18.
I was no. You don't want to be I was no model for any other kid at 18 years old. I was up to no good.
I was filled with insecurities, bro. Filled to the brim. Just covering up one after another. To be in a position where you lead, there's a position where you are this bright shining light for people. That's tough, man.
It comes around though.
You have to grow up quickly.
Yeah.
But he manages it very well, by the way.
I think it definitely helps if you're in a family where you're like the older brother or something. Like you have to grow up real quick then. But I'm the youngest in my family and you're an only child, so both of us have not really been made to have to be in that position quite quickly. That's why I still have that young kid mentality about me, and it will always be there, because I am the youngster. But I'm training myself now, aren't I, to be the dad. Like
I think you can be both, bro. I think you are both.
Yeah.
Which is the beauty. You're the kid, you're the adult. You integrate both of them. I think that's what's going to make you a great leader, great dad as well. You want to be the dad that has a lot of fun with the kids.
You want to be the young dad, even if you're not young. If you're not young age, I'm still going to be young.
Bro,
vibrancy.
If you did a biological age test, I think you would score somewhere in your 20s.
Biological age test, yeah. I think I'm 13 or 14 years younger on my Aura Ring stuff.
Oh, it tells you.
Yeah.
So I'm correct. You're 30, 31.
Yeah, I'm 30 or whatever.
For sure, man. I wonder how old I would be. I would like to do that too.
Yeah. Charge your Aura Ring and find out.
Does it do it with the old version?
If you've got the app, I think it does.
Yeah? You don't have to get the new ring? Okay, I'll try it. Yeah. Bro, my ring hasn't been charged in months.
I suppose you've not got one of them or something to track your stats.
I don't have anything right now.
You're not interested in biometrics?
I used to be. Somehow I lost interest. But I might just pick it up to get some new data and then compare it maybe to like 2 years ago.
This is one of the things I really love the data of. And I'm not sure I ever have a time where I'm not tracking it, active with it. It's just good markers to know, even when my HRV is changing, and it gives me some sense of clear awareness when I've had too many coffees. Like I've seen my resting heart rate rise by 2 BPM or something over the last 3 months. I know I'm too buzzed some of the day. I've got to calm that back down again.
Wow.
But you wouldn't know that.
You wouldn't, yeah.
You just get it more. You just drift in and out of patterns.
That's because you drink more coffee than usual?
Yeah. Or because I'm more stressed.
Maybe. Also, the World Cup has started.
Yeah.
Bro, how much coffee did we have in California, man? If someone drew blood,
6 or 7 a day.
it would have been octopus and caffeine.
Yeah.
Bro,
Let's just go.
yeah. It was just straight up, man. How much coffee, bro? That was a good time, yeah.
One shop to the next.
Dude,
Great time, man.
Air coffee shop, walk, watch football.
Dude, no better.
Can you imagine?
What a blessed life.
Phenomenal. The place was nice. It was just perfect.
Bro, walking the streets, not a care in the world. Theo said to me that he really needed that. That was so good for him.
I'm
He
glad.
suggested doing it again for a future birthday. Like he was talking about the next birthday, we should do that again.
Why don't we?
We should, and we will.
Let's do it. I'm more than happy to anytime, man. Even for me, that's my only time really with friends.
Because you don't need the, like you were saying, the kind of random friends that it's not like you need to do the call up to go out to somewhere.
Right.
It's just, I'm good with a Fogo once a month, a couple of coffee shops here and there.
Absolutely, bro. I swear to God. Now my friends in Europe are planning a small trip. 2 days. I love to see them because I see them once a year, once every 2 years. That's beautiful. And then it's with you guys. So even for me, it's nice, man. I even remember before the trip, I was like looking forward to it, but I was also like gonna get pulled out of my routine again, especially because I was going to San Diego the weekend before for my birthday as well. God, this is 2 weekends away from my routine. But bro, as soon as we left, it's like, nah, man, this is exactly where I want to be in it right now. But that's because I know you guys and I know how we are. It's not the things that I don't want to do. We lived healthily, essentially. We were walking around.
Well, you guys did. I definitely.
Bro, you had so many donuts.
I was definitely having chocolate
Cookies?
cookies and.
No, but it was great, man. It was so much fun. When's the next birthday? It's Nason's.
What's that?
Yeah, now, 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I think. And then it's yours. Yours is the next one, I think. September, right?
Theo's is also September, I think. Am I right?
Yeah, so
So we should double
July,
up something
August
for
is
that.
Nason's. Yours is September, so we kind of have to. That's 3 birthdays, bro. Have to make at least one trip.
Yeah, we've got to make at least one trip. Maybe we go to. You want to go to LA again? I was thinking maybe we just try another city.
Yeah, I'm down.
Dude, because again, the
Driving
exciting.
is easier, but flying you can go like.
Yes,
Miami or
I'm
something
saying
like
like going to a city to explore it together and find the random coffee shops and the Gobba Louis
that.
and the cookies.
I tell you, Miami's phenomenal.
I know, but we've all been to Miami before. I'm saying a new city that none of us have been to. Like say we went to, I don't know, Nashville, New Orleans, you know,
Sure.
whatever the place is that was
Good
brand
weather.
new to. Is there a city that none of us have been to?
I'm sure there is, bro. The only thing is good weather, good coffee shops, and walkable. Those, honestly, if those are present, the trip's gonna be fun. And a good place. A good room, a good place makes a huge difference too. Somewhere you can rest nicely, hang out, watch a little bit of soccer.
There has to be some soccer to watch.
Yeah. Maybe this time we bring the PlayStation, bro.
Down.
Do a little 2v2, England v Germany.
Down.
England
That
v
would have
Iran.
actually. That would have.
I didn't even think
But
of it.
dude,
We didn't have a lot of time
no,
anyway.
I'm not even saying it would have made it better. It was exactly what it was meant to be.
Right.
We couldn't have taken that because there was no chance that there was no time to even have a game of that.
Agreed. Yeah. Good times.
So good.
I didn't know that. Theo didn't tell me this, so I'm glad that he felt like that about it. He's a kid, man. He's very busy with the kid, work, wife. I think every now and then is a nice reset.
100%. He mentioned as well he wants to do a technology detox, get dropped off at the M resort, 2 days, no phone. Because everything that's happening on his phone at the moment is kind of heavy for him.
Really?
Yeah, you know, stuff with his family back home. And
Yeah.
most of the stuff that comes through his phone is they need something or is working out the estate and da 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 da. So he's like, we're also reactive here. It's like this clocking. If you're away from that for a while, you get to a place where eventually it's a bit like fasting, like you're doing the same thing, you're fasting. So initially it might be a bit tough and there's the natural inclination to want to dopamine yourself. But I think there would be a bridge point where all of a sudden you're like, oh, yo, it's actually peace.
Bro, you know what the phone reminds me of, if I had to make an analogy, it's like, let's say you're doing something, whatever, drinking water. And just imagine every few seconds I go like this.
Mm-hmm.
All day, that's what's happening. Someone's poking you on the shoulder every like. That surely can't be very peaceful. Because whatever you're doing, this text message, this email, this Instagram post. But imagine, imagine before we had digital media, someone would keep doing that. Someone would keep poking you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
yeah, there's not a moment to just to be
bro. Like, this is how it is with messages. You're doing something, and then it's like this. Doing something, it's very difficult to be like present, to be in the moment. We're so split-minded. We're not one-pointed, man. We're the opposite of that. And man, that takes me out of my calm state. And that's not to say that life doesn't have moments where you just can't be calm. You have to deal with that stuff. But there is a way to curate your day where you give yourself the time to respond to that stuff. And other than that, you try to be present with what it is you're doing.
Yeah. Can't agree more.
I'd be down.
Give yourself to the day rather than to the phone. Will you be down for what?
For the detox, if you guys do.
Yo, dude, I'm down. I told Fia the same thing.
It would just have to be like a non-work, like maybe Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, so we do it. Dude, like the Jews do. They cut it off on a Friday night till Saturday. They do one day, but every week. I'm not suggesting we go crazy, but I want to do it. I want to do the 2-day detox. Let's go. Let's turn our phones off. All of us agree, and then
literally
maybe we make an agreement to meet somewhere on the afternoon of.
But no text. You have to be there.
No texting. You just got to meet.
Yeah, that's doable.
See you there at 12.
Back to the basics. That's how it used to be when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Hey guys, soccer, 4 p.m. house phone. You would call the house phone.
Yeah.
Hi, tia, hey, sta puya, sa tiam da. Mom, tiam puya. Hey, soccer, 3 p.m.
Yeah.
All right, bro. See ya.
See you there. And then just sheer excitement leading up to 3 p.m. The whole time. Sheer excitement.
There's nothing.
Can't wait to go. Oh, I can't. Yeah. But you can't tell anyone about it. And it's not like you can text them, I'm excited.
I know.
But now we've that gap's just, it's right there all the time. So
all the time, bro. I would love to do that because I have absolutely caught myself the last few months being too much.
Let's do it, and because even think about what we were doing when we were away, and how much less we were on our phones because we were all together.
So much less.
But we were doing a bunch of walking and stuff together. We could, in this detox period, arrange to do a couple of football type things together. Mm-hmm. We're going to go on a hike. We're going to go do an activity together, which is nothing to do with being on a device. It's like, what do we fancy doing? How exciting is that?
You reckon Nathan would be able to commit to that?
I reckon.
Okay.
I think it's just advance notice for all of us. We have to be mentally prepared for that.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get that going, man.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Let's do it.
Be mega. Because I thought this the other day as well. Like this phone, man. If you imagine, it's so illusionary because it's so small and because of the amount of stuff that you can do on it. But it is a computer. So if you imagine, I looked around the bar that I was in, you see the amount of people that are doing something other than where they're at. Like they're sat with 5 or 6 people, but everyone's doing that. Or they're filming something, or they're taking a selfie. And I imagined what it would look like if instead of a phone, everyone had their laptop on them. And they were all, and I'm like, what are we doing? We're just all screened up.
Yes.
And even at an event where you see a video of everybody with their phone up. Imagine that's everybody with camcorders. It would look so bizarre, but we're confused by it appearing to be so, sleek, so portable, handheld. It doesn't feel like it's a computer.
Yes.
But it's a computer. Be in it. It's mad to me. It's a mad thing, Brad.
Yep. And you're connected to multiple sources at the same time, right? So if you're connected to multiple sources at the same time, you're splitting your awareness amongst the different sources.
Yeah.
If you would remove that and keep the connection with the one person or the one thing you're doing, your total awareness is there. But if I'm with you, and I'm also on the phone, and I'm also watching the game,
Yeah.
and I'm also with you, it's split between these 3-4 outlets. That's the thing. Like they're sitting at the table with the friends, so they're somewhat with their friends. They're also somewhat with the iMessage. They're somewhat with the reel, and also somewhat with Revolve clothing.
Speaking from experience.
Yes. It's
You've got multiple tabs open in your brain. That's what you've got.
It's really what it is, man. And we know now happiness scientifically, what's happening in the brain is one-pointedness of the mind is correlated with subjective measures of happiness. So when we put people on fMRIs and we ask them, how happy are you? The more your mind is one-pointed, preoccupied with one thing, consumed and identified with the thing in itself, the more you will actually respond to those questions with, I feel content, peaceful, or happy.
Yeah.
The less one-pointed your mind is, the more split-pointed your mind is, the less happy we are.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, we kind of, if you just think about your own states, it's very easy to actually find that evidence in your own life.
Yeah, because otherwise I'm scattered across multiple things and feeling like I'm behind on most of them because I'm not getting, consistent progress, and the movement of that feels good when you're one-pointed and you're moving towards, not even moving towards, it just feels good to take good strides every day, and for those strides to not be interrupted by trying to do too many things at once.
Absolutely. If you also think about it from a religious perspective, if there is one God, one intelligence, one creator, there's not a split intelligence, a split creator, a split God. There's this one sense of completeness, one sense of wholeness. So the very reason you're split-minded, you're on the phone, you're talking to me, you're watching the game, you're eating something, is because we're trying to find this sense of completion. Everyone is striving to find this sense of wholeness. And we think the more we fill the day with all of these interesting things, the more likely we are to feel complete. Whereas the actual opposite. That wholeness is only to be found in the present moment, not via the accumulation of multiple things at the same time. So when you're actually one-pointed in the mind, you are whole in that very moment. And you know that because when you come out of that situation, the time and the space have passed like this.
Yeah.
You were with God in that moment when you were one-pointed. And so it's no surprise to me that is correlated with well-being.
Yeah,
it's obvious.
True.
Yeah.
What have I been doing when you're saying that, the moments that come to my mind are the ones where I'm at my most peaceful state. What am I doing? I'm just looking out, bro. I'm looking out at the sea. I'm looking out at the sunset. I'm observing something that I'm just fascinated by it. By just being in it and like looking out and just kind of looking around. I even texted you this once when I was at Dan's. I was like, in those moments, I'm not trying to do. I don't feel like I need to do something now. I'm just like that. Yo, this is dope.
This is dope.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is dope.
More of that, bro.
Yeah. Or I'm going quiet.
For sure, man. I was even.
That's why there was so many quiets when I was on holiday.
There was a lot of quiets, bro.
Yeah, because I was just happy being.
Yeah, and your way of expressing your joy is through quiet.
Through quiet. Through noises. Through sounds.
Amazing. See, for one it's quiet. For the other one it's insane.
Insane, dude.
For the other one it's singing. For the other one it's... How does Nixon express his joy? Does he have a thing? He probably has one, he hasn't showed it yet.
Yeah. Everyone's got something. Like you say, even with the twiddling of the hair, there's something that he does, but we got to just watch him a little bit.
Yeah. All right, Brev.
All right, Brev.
You have your session at 4, right? 4:30?
Yeah. I'm going to observe that as well. I know that they're going to want me to kind of like, come on, sit down then.
You'll be like...
But I'm going to be like, I want to see you guys rip some stuff.
You'll be like...
I'm
You're like, Mark, are you okay?
Yeah. I'm just like, yeah, this is dope.
It's like, bro, you good, man?
Yeah.
With your hat and your pants, bro. Legend.
All right, cheers, Brev.
Cheers, cheers. Prost.
Prost.
Insane!
Insane, Reverend.